what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a I mean, it was an error, effectively. I'm not going to candy coat it, but I'm going to show you a typical sort of recovery in how I expect a wrong entry to potentially go my favour. Okay, so there's a number of things here I want to touch base on. And number one is I went offside slightly. Okay, I've seen the market sell off, and I anticipated a recovery. Okay, market open, I placed a long position which I'm going to attach onto this, and I got that little pump and dump, as I call it. Failed the EMAs, the 150, 20, closed well below the 20, down to the 9 EMA. Okay, however, I anticipated a bit of a bounce in and around my entry. I was long bias, and listen guys, I don't always get it correct. Obviously I should have probably held on to 14,800 or 800 as I call it, because we're in the obviously the 14s. However, what I want you to take from this video is the scalability, the position size, because a lot of people say to me, well, why don't you use 3 or 4 times your capital size or position size? Well, there's a reason for that. Okay, if I had have got this massively wrong and the sell-off would have continued, I'd have obviously used the tools that we have outlined within the trading course. However, my saving grace here was a potential bounce from 8, okay, 800. Not only that, I could buy, even when I thought it was going to bounce, it's retested it again. Then there's a possibility it could retest it again, double, triple bottom, call it what you will, hoping for at least some sort of recovery back to a 50 AMA, a sort of semi-recovery, a 50% recovery at the very least. Okay, so this is when I obviously placed another position a little bit late. Really, I should have been a little bit earlier. But then I placed the other position. I was happy to break even, let it run a little bit, and I kind of recouped a bad entry because of my position size. If I was all in there on a 10k account and I had 9k, which I did do at the start when I was in a bull run and it was a little bit more predictable. However, this market isn't a bull run in 2020, which we was trading and getting V-shaped recoveries. So that's why I use relatively small account or lot size, and sometimes scale into positions. So the first position was wrong. I let it breathe. I was patient on my second entry, really waited for it to retest. A little, what I call a little step up in my little mind, where it's slowly starting to trend upwards ever so slightly, albeit on the 3 minute. And I got 2 positions correct. Effectively, what we're trying to do is, in this instant, is buy the dip. We've sold off. Okay, I traded the market open. I saw the price action in a way that I thought it was going to go along. It's come back down. I was incorrect with my first entry. I've let it come down and breathe to 800, and then I've gone again when it's retested a couple of times.